How are you doing? Chatbox has no 7TV integration. Okay, how would I add that? Let me look that up actually. Twitch, Streamlabs, 7TV, Chatbox 7TV integration, because I know I can use 7TV emotes through the 70 minutes out. Please. 7TV emotes are not showing up. Yes, everything is fine in that Galaxy Brain. You have to consider that even though it has a great volume, you don't know what's actually inside it. It could be completely empty. It could be completely devoid of any thought, except for maybe like a little monkey who has two symbols and goes like sometimes. 90%, 98 at least, 98%. It's just so full of skibbity toilet and tralalero tralala and all those shit. Yes, tung tung sahur, tung tung sahur. Wait. Talking about brain rot. Will this be relevant? It will not be relevant for the upcoming exam. It might be relevant, though. Also, why do you think of me as a teacher? Is it because of the person in the top right? Just roasting. You are allowed to roast my typos and my weird speech patterns and impediments as well. I grant you the same. Okay, Garmin, Videospeicher. I grant you the same right in that regard to make fun of me as well. That way we are truly equal. Word. Skibbity. So how do I otherwise we will have to fight to the death. This is a battle that you will certainly win. Or maybe not. C original. I probably have to look that up later. It is an absolute banger. It is like, people maybe don't really understand why it's such a banger, but there's actually... Okay, so I always try to find reasons for why specific pieces of art and music are potentially objectively better, or rather I don't try to find the reason for one specific piece of art, but rather like a general pattern, because I have the strong opinion that music is not purely 100% subjective, but that there are some objective criteria behind it, behind music and art. And one of the hallmarks of a great piece of art is, in my opinion, longevity. So if a piece of art or music survived 500 years or thousands of years, then there has to be something to it. That is my reasoning behind that. And this is one of the pieces that up until today is more or less embedded in the general consciousness of humanity. Almost everyone knows this melody. Almost everyone. Why exactly is it great? That is certainly up to analysis and discussion. My theory behind it is that Beethoven managed to create a 20-30 minute piece out of those 4 notes. Because this is the core. There's nothing more to it. It's just those 4 notes. And after that, it's a lot of repetition of this pattern. Right? 4 notes. And 3 of them are the same. And then you have a repetition. Just pitch down a little bit. And then it continues. Again and again. Again. Now it goes up. And this goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. After like 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, Beethoven finally gets a new melody in there. But for this very first act, let's call it that way, for this very first sequence, he only relies on this motive. And he managed to make it not boring, to still make it entertaining, and to still make people be able to follow it. You don't have to write like infinitely long melodies. 4 notes can be enough, if you know how to do it right. Okay, I'm going to do the research on the Twitch TV. What was it? 7TV integration into my chat box, if that's possible, without having to like change the 7TV emotes integration, without having to change the software that I'm using. Would be really nice to not have to change that. Also strange noises. coming from downstairs. Now, how are you doing, Never? You're doing great. Nice. Wait, let me check. Maybe you finished the new song on Sunday. Put it. Oh, okay. That's great. You're right. I don't see 7TV in my emote list either. Let me try something. Let me just go onto my own channel, because I know that I can use 7TV emotes. Better TTV. So let's try the troll face. So when I post that, okay, it does appear in my chat here, but it doesn't appear in the chat box on stream. So yeah, I see the pepper, the pepper frogs there, but in the chat box it just says stare, which is a little bit weird. Yeah, it's not on screen. It's also not on my chat here in Streamlabs. So somehow I have to find out how to implement Streamlabs. It's not the, it's no, of course it's not the end of the world, but I would like to have those 7TV emotes and stuff like that in here as well. I would like that. The full brain rot experience, exactly. Also, my face is delayed again. Weirdly enough, that doesn't happen on Windows. When I'm streaming on my Windows system, this doesn't happen. Wait, give me a second. Now it's in sync again. He's having a stroke. Am I not allowed to have one? It Hurts. That's your new song? Is this oh, pause. Is that wait a second. Feel free. I'm feeling free. Is this a cover of that one Dirty Loop song? It hurts, making my heart to bleed. It hurts. It's not a cover. Okay. Well done. Let's give you a track. A good old-fashioned listen, I'd say. I'm very sorry for what I'm about to do. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
も来ないもう誰も来ない鍵はもう捨てたんだ僕の心は君が壊したままどうやって笑えばいいどうやって息をすればいいね君はどこにいるのね僕を見ているのこんなに苦しんでる僕を君はまた愛しているいついついつ痛い痛い痛い僕はここにいる痛い痛い痛い君の影が離れない痛い痛い痛いあの日の痛みが抜けない痛い痛い痛い君はもういないのに痛い痛い君の笑顔が痛い
Okay, few questions because I never worked with Vocaloid or tried to do anything with that. The only thing that I know is that there is like a Miku Stompbox, which I roughly know how to use it. But other than that, I don't know how to work with Vocaloid. Where is it? Miku Stomp. Yes, that's the pedal stomp box. Now, how does the whole how does the whole Vocaloid stuff work? Like, do you input the lyrics yourself? Do you input the notes themselves and then it just spits something out, or how does it work? Vocaloid, how to use, install the software, buy the software. So basically, played. Okay. Oh, so it's a little bit like let me find something that is equivalent, because I think I know how it, and then it rolls the sound from the voice bank. So if I, for example, have excuse me. Oh, I have, for example, this here, and it doesn't play anything. So it just goes through all those syllables, key after key. So I can play the same key and it's going to be tul dip tul dai dip han get. But you set the lyrics yourself. And it recognizes the lyrics properly. Like if you input shit, it's going to recognize it that this is a one syllable word or how? Or do you have to work with like romanized how are those called? The hiragana. Wait, the hiragana. Where sometimes you have to be a bit creative and write it more like it's pronounced, like phonetically. Okay, so this is some of the Romanji. Okay, so you have to go a little bit by trial and error, and be like, okay, if it doesn't sound like if you input dog and it goes dog or something like that, then you have to like change it in a way that it pronounces dog properly, like you want it to. Okay, understandable. Okay, that's how it works. And the notes are controlled by MIDI. What about like stuff like can you set glissandi? Can you set vibrato? What about velocity as well? Because if I say, okay, this doesn't have. I don't know what glissando is. Glissando is apportamento. Pitch bends, yes. Wait. Or glide. Wait. That's glissando. So, for example, if I get a sample of where is maybe a classical solo list. You can do that, okay. Man, that sounds terrible. It's actually really powerful, but it costs a lot of time, frustration, trial and error. I think it is very powerful when you go into that aesthetic and want to do something in that direction. I personally prefer human voices, not those clankers. It's a bit yes and no, considering how big, for example, Hatsune Miku is in Asian countries, and to go so far as to have the Miku stump produced by an actual big stompbox company. Like, this is Korg. Korg isn't a small company. Okay. Now that we have that discussion over, two things that I remember from your track, which I would point it out. It is a very special kind of sound. And people have to like get used to it compared to human voices, considering that we've listened to human voices for millennia, and human voices have been the core and the centerpiece of let's say most developments of musical systems and instruments. Like, most instruments, for example, are have their instrument groups split up the same way that a human choir is split up. Like, you have your 4 main string instruments, which are more or less capable to replicate what the four main voice types can do, like soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. And you will refine that in orchestra scores with the four main string instruments, the four brass instruments in late romantic scores, and the four woodwind instruments, the mains. I went to university, yes, but I also spent a lot of additional time on learning. Like I still do now. Hey, Voltiac, how is it going? But okay, let's get back to your track. This filtered down, let's call it square lead, might be just a tiny little bit too loud. Like I'm not talking much here. Around 1 dB, if not less. And another thing that I noticed, like this is a genre which seems to rely a lot on quantization. Can I send two short ones? Let me look. Yeah, you can. You ask nicely. So you can, and the queue isn't very full right now. Some of the vocal chops that you have here seem to be a slightly bit off time. Like the eh. Or is it the synth that's going in the background? Something is... Something seems to be dragging in that whole part. I cannot completely identify which part it is. I would have to go into the session and mute and solo something like that. I think the filtered square lead. That might be it. I will try to check that out. Hey, Setboy July, thanks for the follow. What's up, bro? The sky. Oh man, Piano Cat. Piano Cat is a throwback, I know. Yes, Setboy. You can definitely send something in. Don't do it in the stream chat though, because problem. Because in the stream chat it won't be shown, so you have to go to the Discord, like Chakra DNB and Voltiac did. You didn't expect me to turn like that? Were you surprised like that? You have no idea what's in store for you. Also, thanks for the follow. Check out what's back to this track. Check out if what is causing that, because again, everything else is quantized a lot, Like very, 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 very. Just wait till he pulls them out. Them? What are you talking about? You mean my hands? Okay, now I know what you mean. Okay, I know what you mean. I know. Stop talking. Or I will have to pull them out on you. Don't spoiler. Okay. Let's see. You're scared. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Voltiac. Flashing lights warning. Let's see. Let's check your track out. Okay. Well, I'm more worried about the bitrate of my stream, rather than anything else. But I think it's going to be okay. Let's go. Okay, that was really nice. One thing that I would point out, besides the music, actually, is did you draw and animate that yourself? Your black and white pixel art style reminds me of a friend of mine, actually. Let me Google some of his art. That's on Instagram. I hate Instagram. So a friend of mine has like a very similar art style. Also slightly Undertale Deltarune vibes, but yeah, like this black and white pixel art style, like actually only using black and white without any gray scale. Can I buy the top right one? This one? Should I ask him? This one, right? Okay, let me ask him. Want to buy one of your pixel arts. What up, RIs UK? How is it going? shout out the homie. I mean, you can just find him here. It's called wait. How can I shout? He's also on Twitch. Give me 1 second. I'll have to send some. One second. Uno secundo. Okay. Yeah, I think there is, just from a visual perspective, a little missed opportunity in having his walk cycle be synchronous to the beat. Like, the walk cycle that you have here, the walk loop, is slightly slower than the beat. And I think it would have been beautiful to have that come to fruition. Yes, I know, but it was really frustrating. Okay. Next time you can do it. The animation is really cool, yes. Music-wise, let's I would focus on your bass frequencies a little bit more. I think you have a little bit too much in the top bass region and a little bit too few sub bass in this case. Like a little bit too much between 80 and 100 hertz, which I would reduce somehow, and maybe a little bit more in the region below. But of course, be careful with the sub bass region, because you can potentially overdo it without actually hearing something, and that could ruin your whole mix. It's not only going to be muddy, but you're going to have a lot of energy down there which you don't really perceive, but your compressor is going to perceive it, and your limiter, etc. So they are going to react to it, and you don't want that to happen. Right? Right. Okay. Good. Let's give a quick listen to your second one. Ah, Satan. Wait, it's not Satan, it's just a pentagon. Yes! This is what I'm talking about in regards to synchronizing it. Okay. Yeah, cool stuff. Again, I really like the combination. Also the effort that you put into making your own animations and music videos, which you want to fit with your music as well. Great job on that. In this one, I think you have to reconsider how to EQ your main synth, which goes through an extended period of your track. It might be a little bit too piercing, because right now I feel like now that I've stopped listening to it, there is like this really strange sensations in my ear, and this in most cases happened if a certain frequency region is overexposed for an extended period. This also might happen if you play like very, it might be, yeah, it's the high end. Like I would definitely try to turn down the 2.1 to 2K region, maybe a little bit. And I think there's something more in the very upper, in the last octave, like the 10K region and above, that might be a little bit too much. Like I can put a 20K hertz note on my headphones left and right and play that for 3 minutes, and when you won't really notice it, more so if you're getting older, but when I remove it, you're still going to feel like this release of pressure afterwards. And this is something that I felt here, and in my experience, this is never a good sign. Okay, let us continue. We have okay, let's check this out. Is that your song? Oh, no worries, man. No worries. Who sent it in? WTF July sent it in. Who are you in chat? Oh, Sad Boy July. Oh, okay, yes. WTF July. Understandable. Let's go. Give me 1 second. So this is where the instrumental comes from. It's a YouTube beat. Yeah. Okay. No, I just want to take that into consideration, because if I tell you something about the beat, like it isn't really helpful, because you cannot really do anything about it, right? So I'm going to focus on your vocals. Instead, we're supposed to be forever, girl. You knew that you were my world, but instead now I'm just filled with thoughts. baby boy? How's it going?
So tell me what I gotta prove. I know we got a lot to lose. Think about the times when you were in my bed. I'm better off dead, and nothing can save us anymore. My heart's broken and torn instead. We're supposed to be forever, girl. You knew that you were my world, but instead now I'm just filled with all this dread. I gotta take some time to think about my life, but I'm broken inside. Too many tapes to rewind. I think I'm losing my mind. You strike me every time with your beautiful lies, yet full of your lies.
Goodbye, Voltiak. Thanks for sending your stuff in. And see you around next time.
Would you die for me?
Yes, the vocals are definitely a little bit too quiet compared to the instrumental. Like, if you imagine the stage or a stage situation where you have like a band on stage and then you have a singer, and the singer is supposedly, in most cases, in front, except you are Sia, who likes to perform with her back to the audience for whatever reason, or with her head, with her face hidden. You normally want to put the vocalist in front of the band. And now, if you listen to this and close your eyes, imagine where the vocalist is standing.
But I gotta prove. I know we got a lot to lose. Think about the times when you were in
Do you think the vocalist is standing closer than the snare drum, for example?
my bed. I'm better off dead.
Or the guitar?
Nothing.
Or the guitar? Yes, you have to raise them. Maybe in consequence you also have to, depending on how you have mastered it, reduce the instrumental as well. Maybe you have to not only work with balancing but also with a little bit of equalization or multiband compression to make the vocal stick out against the instrumental. But I'm good, baby boy. How are you? Yeah, but the first method that I would try to apply is just fixing that issue by pure balancing.
Nothing can save us anymore. My heart's broken and torn instead. We're supposed to be forever, girl. You knew that.
And the second thing that seems to be a little bit strange is less of a mixing issue, but more one of a tuning issue. There are some notes which seems to be just a tiny little bit off key in some situations, and the reason for that is the chord progression that is given by the instrumental. Like you have where's my
You were my world, but instead now I'm just filled with all this dread. I gotta take some time. Take this dread. I gotta take some. Just filled with all that now. I'm just filled with all this dread.
I shall will as far as dread, 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 da 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 dread. So this second chord which is falling out of like a usual, let's say usual major scale. And if you don't apply hard pieces on piano, but that's not a skill entirely. You can play hard pieces on piano, like something. Oh fuck. Fuck. But I can't do what you just did, hearing the song and knowing the chords immediately. Can I send 2 songs? Let's start. Let's finish your first one, because you already sent one. You're going to learn this, because if you have if you have a rough understanding of music theory, you're going to very quickly find like those typical patterns which happen, because most of the pop music, like 90 to 95%, is way less complex than classical music. And if you know which key you are in, you don't have a lot of options left. You basically have like 6 chords left that you can in most cases play, and you're going to be like right with that in 90% of the times. And then you're going to be like, okay, this is the Roman numeral 1 in major. This is the third one in major, and then this is the 6th one in minor, and the 4th one. So once you get that pattern, and then you're going to recognize this chord progression again and again, like you're so beautiful, look me in the eyes, da 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 da, roughly. Or how is that one TikTok song? Same chord progression. So you're going to hear it again and again. It's actually a cartoon song. Okay. Like one of those Japanese animated cartoons. Like Beyblade and Dragon Ball. Oh, the nostalgia, yeah, that just hit me as well. But yeah, vocals a little bit higher than instrumental. Please play Chala A Chala. I cannot really play it. I just have to play. What the fuck is La Campanella? Chala, hey, chala. The Ultra Instinct theme. Let me remember it. Roughly like that. La Campana. Oh, Franz Liszt. Fucking hell. That's very hard to play. Now, let's not get distracted too much here, because we still have some songs to listen to. I hope you're okay with that. July. Music theory is over 9,000. What can I say? It's not only music theory, it's just a combination of music theory and a lot of practice. Like, again, I've been doing music for 27 years. Jacob Collier been really quiet. I don't think I have the jazz talent that Jacob Collier has. Let's listen to track A and B. Brahms might be a little bit too close and too loud. Okay. First off, let's do the very important thing and hydrate myself. Okay. A repetition of the drums are a little bit too loud, and from a compositorial standpoint. So you finally moved a little bit away from only using the chord notes in your melodies. And now I'm starting to notice a pattern that you don't really focus on chord progressions at all, which you don't necessarily have to do, but with with chord progressions you can create counterpoints to your, for example, main parts and your main melody parts. Like you can have this as your main melody part. Your hey, where's my piano again? Melody, and everything turns around F minor right now, and then you can have a counterpart which goes into another chord progression, and this is a little bit more harmonic. And try to incorporate that as well as the counterpoint to the pure melodic one. That would be my suggestion. Now that we have been shortly on the nostalgia trip and cartoon intros, there's another one. Wait, let me. Hello? Why? Where is my input? There we go. Hello. You know what might be really useful if you can put a keyboard on there? You mean something like this? Oh wait. I know it doesn't really completely show the keys, but yes. I don't really often use that. I love to see the voicings you use. I don't use really complex voicings. Again, I'm not that big of a jazz dude. But let me... Now, we were talking about nostalgia and cartoon openings. And this one, if you are going to recognize it, I don't know how to... I'm not going to sing it in English because I only know the German version of it, but you should be able to recognize it. Can you play the Dragon Ball Tournament of Power opening? I don't know how that goes. And then the melody is... And then you have the verse. What's... Do you recognize it? Anyone? No? Can you give me some of your powers? Do I? You probably recognize it. Let me. So no one, no takers. Recognize it. Okay. It's the original Digimon intro. Fire. Okay. Our eyes. Our eyes. In the middle of the street. Our eyes. Let me see. Who wanted? Never. Are you still here? My friend is asking how much are you willing to pay for that for that piece of art of my friend. Now let's listen to Our Eyes. Okay, I need to find something real quick. Give me a second. Can I please? Is it possible? Oh, Spotify web player. Okay. Now can I open a desktop app? Yes, please. It's not. Why? What's going on? That's a little bit strange. I missed chat. Sound chill. SWAT house switch banging track. Perfect for the release. Free on the roof. Jersey. Got a song where I sing, but before I sent it, ignore the quality of the vocal because I know I'm shit, but it's just a demo and this is just a theory on what I'm going for. Okay, you can do that. I mean, now that I know, I know. Okay. So I really like your track. Like, I mostly like the general sound design because you are using a lot of, let's say, more analog sound without sounding it like having it sound like really old-fashioned. It sounds really still really modern, and it's probably going to sound modern for a very, very long time still. So a little bit more, let's say, timeless synth sound design, which I really like. In regards to one thing that I would potentially point out is your stereo field and how you can potentially work with that a little bit more, considering your key sound, your core synth, which plays this. Right, this synth sound and pattern. I played the wrong chord, but you know what I mean. So I think you can have this one layered with another sound which plays the same thing but is extremely wide and maybe even only has the has only the side channel even active and be a little bit more reverberated and I don't know, maybe even side chained with the original, so every time this one ends you have this side explosion going on, for example. Like I would play around with that way more, not just in a pure, let's say, technical sense, but more in a creative sense, like use the stereo field. Okay, we have Samo, intro vibe. Okay, Oleg, we're going to get to your song soon. No problem, man, no problem. Thanks for sending it in. plus 2 dead puppies. No, just kidding. What definitely sticks out right now is the kick drum, which is way too overpowering compared to the rest of the track. You probably have to turn that down. And then what I would really try for, if that's possible, is your vocal sample. It seems like you only, I don't know if the filter that you have on there is applied by you, or if that's the version of the sample that you have. I would love to have it throughout the piece open up and close up more. So right now, throughout the song, it's all the time it's right. It's always with the Bane mask on, right? So I'm gonna be extremely painful for you. And I would love to have the sample open up through the piece. So filter it up and filter it down. Just to enhance the form and the form structure as well. What the fuck? Okay, let me just check out one thing real quick. Maybe this works. Okay, never mind. Whatever that was. So let's have the Blackpink Jump Baby Boy remix. Pink Black. We are really smart here, even with our jokes, obviously. So let's check this one out. So first of all, you have
I'm not that easy to take.
3 seconds of silence.
You should see me under these lights, all my tears turn to ice. That's so sweet as a day. Every time the feeling kicks in, I might stay through the night. Bet you get it now, rock that dinner now. 잠깐 편지만 누가 누구지와. Think you bring them down, guess we gonna vow. Yeah, talk yeah. 눈 감고 하나 둘 셋.
Version 0.1369. Nice. W cover. You mean the album art? Yes, I would also say W. On the album art, it's the best. Honest feedback, you have to fix the timing on your bongos, actually. Like they are a little bit off in the timing. That's what I would try to fix. That's you on the top. Like actually you. Looks, it's for the swing. Looks a bit just a little bit further. So your bass, let's call it riff, gives a great great opportunity in the later part of the piece to change the tempo according to that dotted rhythm that you have there, to transform that into the tempo of the piece and make a drum and bass piece out of it. Do you get what I mean? No? Yes? Maybe? I don't know. I know what I get at. I hope you get it too. So right now this is a dotted rhythm. Let me try to explain. Right now this is a dotted rhythm, right? But in a later piece this doesn't have to be a dotted rhythm anymore. It can be the actual quarters. I also got a video game medley I would like to send. Okay. Let's wait for your first track, which is coming now. And don't be embarrassed about your vocals. Let's listen to that one first. I didn't forget it, I skipped it. You see that I put a X on it, right? Did you read the submission rules? Did you ask me for a second track? The rule applies to everyone. We are all equal here. Everyone. You could have asked, and then I would have said yes or no, or maybe. Carolus, you can, but I'm probably going to skip that. But you could do it in the way that there's one guy who just sends, who sent like every stream sends another track of his EP just in there, which he already released like 2 years ago. You could do it that way, and then I would play it. 267 tracks in a row. Maybe it depends on the tracks. If each of them is only 1 second long, then maybe I would do it.
You gotta pay the rental on your own, but honey, we ain't got no money.
Who make 1 second long track? Napalm Death does 1 second long track. Napalm Death. Yes, you suffer. Here you go. Okay. That's it. Do you want to listen to it again? Does the track time count in milliseconds? 37 likes. 37k likes. Yes, that's Napalm Death. Beautiful, isn't it? 2.6 million views. I waited in line for 5 hours at a ND concert once to hear the song. I sneezed at the wrong time and I missed it. My grandpa used to sing this song to me before bed every night. Fly high, grandma. Had to wait for 2-minute ad to listen to the Soul Food Jam. Longer than my last relationship. Timestamps 001 exposition, 001.5 rising action, 002 climax. My wife was dying of cancer, but after I played this, the doctor said she was cured. What would I do without the song? This is the song I'm picking when I'm forced to do karaoke. Holy fucking shit. On loop for 2 hours straight. Isn't this beautiful? I sometimes love YouTube comments. It's so long that I'm tired. The song is completely masterpiece. Let's just listen to it one more time, just to be sure that we get copyright strike for that, right? Okay. Let's continue with Oleg.
Charge and pay the price of what we own. We don't wanna use our telephones to call and say goodbye to who we love.
Okay, I feel the direction that you want to go in with that. And you should definitely explore on that a little more. I also don't know why you are so let's say disgruntled about your own vocals. I think your vocals fit pretty well to this one. Like they are not a complete mess. You are on time. You are on tune. They work for me. What you might want to add to your instrumentation is a bass instrument. Right now I think this is like the most important thing that's missing, because you have a drum, you have the piano, you have your vocals, but a proper bass instrument is missing. It's the mixing. You do have a bass and cello, then it's the mixing, yeah. It might not only just be the mixing, but also the sound choice. It also might be what they are playing. Like for example, I would imagine more like a something like that, more in this direction. And if it's just a mixing issue, then definitely bring it out. Like again, I think like this typical. Yes, Reaper is free. You could try Reaper, although you have to work yourself into it. That's pretty much a rhythm. You definitely have to turn it up, because for me right now it's non-existent here. I don't hear it at all. Okay, just started today, so far so good. Let's listen what Carolus has to offer for us. this was Hugwuzung by Carolus. Thank you for sending it in. It's... You probably just meshed on the keyboard and this is what came out, right? So, two things that I would point out, even though you started today and maybe you're going to change that as well. One thing I would point out, it's art in itself. One thing that I would the first thing that I would point out is the balance between inside of your drum set. Even though this is electronic music, you still have a reference of an acoustical instrument in your from your drum set, a kind of trope, let's call it that way. And the drum set in itself also wants to be a balanced instrument. You want to recognize it as one thing instead of several different things, if possible. The same way that you want to recognize an orchestra as one single element or one big, let's call it sound source. In your example, for your kick drum is way too loud compared to your side stick, for example. Like those two core pieces of the drum kit, those two in themselves have to be in balance as well. Yes, I agree. Okay. And I think those are just this is just pure volume differences. So your main tool for that is obviously this one right here. Here. This one you have to touch it, work it. This is the no, I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, this is your main tool in mixing. It's not the EQs, it's not the sends, it's not the bus structure. This right here, your volume faders are your main tool. Yes. Try to go as far as possible with your volume faders. And if there are problems that you cannot fix with them, and I'm talking about actual mixing problems, I'm not talking about sound design, I'm not talking about coloration, I'm not talking about how you want your sounds to work as the basis. I'm talking about balancing. This is your first tool. Second is I think you can add a little bit more sphere, like some pads which just hold a single note or just a single chord. How's the kick sound, like sound wise? For me it works. You might have to be careful about the sub frequencies in that kick, but right now I wouldn't really say that is an issue. Can't really hear it anymore. It's punchy enough. Oh, like, yeah, yes, you can. Submit one more. Give it to me. Going to work on it tomorrow. Maybe send up to the version sometime you're streaming. Yes, you're gonna have to look for that. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a game stream, and the day after I'm going to do feedback stream again on first day, same time probably. You sent it in? Did you send it in? Nice. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to the changes that you made on that. Are going to make on that. Okay, Oleg. Let's listen to this one. And also feedback closed. Close them for now.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sorry.
3, 2, 1, go!
Are you sure that melody is correct in the second half? I don't quite remember it that way. Yes, that was Tetris and this is Pac-Man. And what's that? Mega Man. Like one of the old ones. Oh, this is Zelda. Link to the past. Sonic. Come on, step it up. Is it Call of Duty? The last one was Call of Duty, wasn't it? No, I'm just kidding. So I made this after every Twitch stream said my music sound like video game music. Okay. Let's take it apart a little bit. So this is a medley. And what's normally really great about medleys is that you have very smooth and very nice transitions between pieces without like really noticing it. Like if I, for example, would play this song. And then I would continue this basically, but be like, my life is brilliant, my life is pure, I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. Something like that, right? That would be considered a mashup. So you're having too much and too abrupt changes between the pieces, instead of trying to blending them over properly or keeping a tempo, for example. Like, let's start with the first one. 2,
1.
and what's the second one? So the one after that. And then if possible, I would try to have the Tetris one in the same tempo. And then maybe have them play together. Or something like that. This idea was terrible with playing them together, but it's like having proper transitions, having not making it seem like it's just one track put after another, but actually that they are one piece in one track. You can have tempo changes, but I would, for example, introduce them differently by having proper transitions between the pieces. Okay. Like, for example, of the Pac-Man song. Yes. Like, you could use the and repeat that and repeat it, and then during that repetition you could get slower and slower and slower until you reach the tempo that you finally want, for example. Same also, of course, goes for the instrumentation and the sounds that you use, that you try to keep them in line. I'm going to give you an example. You probably know this one. So let's see how they transition. And then they play this song. Everything fine. And now they're sped up. Because with that speed they can transition to the next song. Yes. Take an example out of this medley. Listen to how they go from one song to another. Even though this next transition is really complicated. Speed up. And now you're in Chacaron. just as a guiding example for you on how to work on a medley. Okay, I would say that was a very fine stream. Thanks everyone for joining. Let's see who we can rate right now. Let me look if there is like a good feedback streamer going on. Whoever just came in, Aaron Gatto. Sorry, the stream is ending right now, so no more submissions. Where are you from? So you sound German. I'm German. Mein Freund. Let's check out Twitch. Twitch, who is streaming? Holy shit. Everyone is streaming. Feedback. Who's doing feedback? Q's closing. Robbie Guitar, Rico E Records. Let's check out Robbie Guitar. Follow only chat? Yes, no? Let's see. Yes, we're going to rate Robbie Guitar. Hey, Fujisayo, not very fake accent. Oh, do you like my accent, mate? I'm actually from Australia. Fujisayo, the stream is ending right now, unfortunately. Captain Dilly. Captain Dilly? Let's see. That's a good recommendation. Let's see if Captain Dilly wants. I'll make a music video if your track is fire. Okay, we're going to rate Captain Dilly. Thank you for the recommendation. Instead, German who's been living in Australia for 10 years. Yes, I've been living down under. Mate. Okay, let's go for the rate. Thanks everyone for joining. If you want further feedback, let's head over to the next streamer.